Hi, my name's Rob Willox. I'm the Director of Marketing for Large Sensor Image Cameras for Sony Electronics. What we have here on the big screen is a technology demonstration where we take two 4K cameras, in this case an F65, and stitch two 4K images together to create a 2K by 8K canvas. In this application, one F65 on the left side of the screen is capturing the right side of the action, and a F65 on the right side of the screen is capturing the left hand. And in a very large computer at present, we stitch this image together to give us this great canvas. But what it allows us to do is record one entire plane surface at all times. So if there's any replay that happens behind the play or something happens away from an available camera, we can go back knowing that we've got everything available to us to replay. To complement this, what we've done is we can fly virtual HD cameras within this 8K by 2K image. So we can take panels of 1920 by 1080, illustrated by these blue lines, and have two camera outputs that would appear as 1920 by 1080 60p outputs. So what I can do with this image is zoom in on various actions, isolate a player or two, zoom back, capture as a wide camera, capture as a tight follow camera, and pan back and forth throughout the image. And in this application, there was, you can get different areas that normally you wouldn't have a camera on where things might happen, different types of reaction shots, or be able to get a replay from behind the play. One of my favorite sports is hockey, and one thing that always happens in a hockey match is you have to have some sort of dust up during the game. That usually happens behind the play, and to get it on camera, there's usually a great big whip pan, and then they catch the action too late. With this type of system, you could get what happened behind the play, what started it, what the first reaction was, the proverbial dance before they start the dust up, and tell the whole story. It's very, very, very cool technology. We can also combine this where we could have this as one image on a screen for say a sports book or a pub type of application where you can always see everything, and then put different information along the bottom of the screen. So you could have stats on a player or just different angles of view. One of the coolest things about this type of application is that because the geometry of the cameras is fixed, by doing some simple measurements before the match and knowing where the corners are and where mid-court is, we can start identifying players and by their movement, take the tracking camera, but start adding player tracking data or visual story enhancement data on top of the play. So in this case, the entire camera surface, the entire surface of the soccer match has been captured, and by using geometry, we can go back in the replay, and in the case of soccer, add the offside line, key players in the play, how things develop, where defenders are, track the offside line on both sides, and then be able to zoom in and pull out as we need and add different metadata. To do this, we're working with a company called Stats that we work very closely with to develop these types of applications. The last thing is we have this absolutely wonderful piece of technology called an SRR 1000. And this is a memory disk recorder. So on this recorder, we have stored 8 channels of 1920 by 1080 60p in 4 quadrants. So we've got 2 times 4K 60p coming off one card in one VTR to feed this. Truly an amazing technology, and a lot more to come from this type of application. I hope you can see yourself using some of this type of equipment in the near future. We should be ready for market soon with this type of capability.